Chicago mean to you?
It means a lot. This is my hometown. This is where I grew up. This is the city I represent every time I play. I love it. My family's here. Bring back a lot of memories just being here right now. We talked about having field trips here at the Bean. You know, of course, everybody around us is showing love, so anytime I come back to the city, it means the world to me.
I was trying to make a list of like the best Chicago players ever.
Right.
And you know, you got Isaiah Thomas. I'm not counting like Kevin Garnett because he's barely
Yeah,
right?
but we count them.
You count
we count
them?
half.
All right, you get like a little bit of half. Isaiah Thomas, you got Dwayne Wade, Tim Hardaway, George Mikan is from here, which I just learned when I had to look it up, Mo Cheeks. Where do you think, when you're all said and done, where will you fit in? So that's a pretty good group.
It is a good group, great group, elite group. When I finish, I want to be on top. You know, when you mention Chicago basketball, I want to be the first person that people think about. First name people mention. I have a long way to go, obviously, but I think that's something that can be attainable, and that's going to be my goal from here on out.
So you were talking just outside there about how you eventually want to be known as the best Chicago baller ever, but what about this NBA right now? Where do you see yourself in today's NBA?
Honestly, I see myself as the best player in the league, most dominant player in the league. I just think it's time for that step. You know, you only get a short window, and you know I don't want that window to close, so I think my time is now.
People hear you say this, and so give me the sell. Why should I put you a bit ahead of guys like LeBron, Kevin Durant?
You know, don't get me wrong, those two are great players, but I don't think, you know, I bring something unique to the table. My game is different from both of those guys. Both ends on the floor. It was MVP candidate and Defensive Player of the Year candidate. So that's why I feel like, you know, my name should be at the top of that list.
When you look at guys who are always mentioned in those top best players, you're talking about LeBron, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Steph Curry. All four of those guys have reached the NBA Finals. Three of them have multiple championship rings. How much do you think winning has to be a part of all that conversation?
I think it has to be it's a big part. You know, winning definitely helps everything. It helps with your legacy. It helps to be in the top of that list. So for me, yes, people see everything that I do, but not going far in the playoffs or going to the playoffs every 3 years doesn't help my case.
I mean, you can only go as far as the team around you is built to go. Will there be a point for you that if the Pelicans can't get you too deep into the NBA playoffs, you will have to think about going somewhere else?
At this point, you know, it's just about winning for me, being the most dominant player in the league. And whenever that time comes, you know, I have a great team behind me, you know, who advise me on some decisions. But my focus right now is focus on this year, focus on our game tomorrow, in the preseason, and starting the season off right.
You recently switched agents. You're now with Rich Paul, who, of course, his most famous client is LeBron James. And, of course, as soon as that happened, everyone's, AD to the Lakers, that's going to happen. AD's going to demand a trade to the Lakers. What has that been like for you to hear that from everywhere?
You know, you hear it everywhere. And it's funny, I'm like, how did that even you know, correlate? But
well, you know how that correlates.
You know, of course, but in my head, like I said, I don't pay attention to it, you know, and I keep going back to it. But it's the truth. I look at what I have now and what I can do now, and that's, you know, helping my team win. You can't listen to what somebody else saying or listen to all the white noise or, you know, AD's going here, AD's going here, AD's going here. AD's playing for the Pelicans this year. So, you know, my job is to focus on winning and helping these guys as much as possible on and off the floor, and the rest to take care of itself.
People forget, I think, also that the Pelicans are the team that next summer can offer you a Supermax contract. They could make you the highest paid player in the NBA. How important is something like that to you?
It's important, of course, but like I said, I want to win, you know. But when that time comes, you know, we'll get to that point. But you know, my biggest thing is focus on this year, help my guys, and like I said, the rest will take care of itself when that time comes.
What is it about this year's New Orleans team that gives you confidence?
The way we play. You know, we're playing at a fast pace. My practices and training camp has been off the charts. Danny Crawford's been there, and he's like, man, you guys go hard. You guys going at each other. I like the team that we have. Everybody's focused. We don't have any distractions. You know, everybody loves each other, and everybody loves playing with each other so far.
I was looking over the Pelicans rosters from the last few years. The amount of change you have had to deal with, I want to know if you can tell me, do you know how many players you have played with over just the last 3 seasons?
Counting G League players.
Guys who suited up for the NBA game.
At least 50.
51.
Yeah, I knew it.
3 seasons, 51 teammates you had in 3 seasons. When you have that much change around you, you have to learn to be the consistent voice. It thrusts you into a leadership role, whether you want to or not.
Yeah, last year was kind of, DeMarcus was the bad cop, I was the good cop. So something going on, somebody not doing all right, he was being DeMarcus. And then, I was always that pat on the back, guy, and then of course you had Rondo, so when those guys left, I made an emphasis to myself, it's not on coach to, all right guys, we gotta pick it up, or, everybody listen up, or, we need to hurry up. That's me, that's me now, and it kind of feels good, like, because, these guys want to follow you, but somebody has to lead, and, I kind of took on that role.
It's been striking to see you at All-Star games over the years, or at Team USA minicamp just this past summer. When you first got in with those kinds of groups, your eyes were always so wide. I can't believe I'm sitting here with these dudes. And then now you're one of the main dudes that the other people are, I can't believe I'm sitting here and AD's here. What does that feel like?
I feel amazing. Walking into the Olympics,
Right.
Now this Kobe, Kobe like, man, young Book, let's go to dinner. Kobe, so now it's, what's up, bro? What's up, Kobe? It's nothing because I feel like I'm one of those guys. Well, I know I'm one of those guys.
Well, you've come out and said it. You don't want to just be one of those guys. You want to be the guy. You've written the check. Are you ready to go out and cash it this season?
I'm ready to cash it. Cash it at every bank in the world. Like I said, I know all the confidence I have in my ability, in my game, and my skill set, and my team knows it. Now it's just a matter of time before we go out there and do it for real. We're going to come out guns blazing.